The recently introduced Galaxy Z Flip 6 unfortunately hasn't seen many changes compared to its predecessor, the Galaxy Z Flip 5. However, to be fair, it has seen some small improvements. For instance, the device's central hinge is slightly better and has a higher quality. But in terms of design, there aren't any significant changes. This device weighs about 187 grams, which is much lighter than the Z Fold 6. The frame is made of aluminum and the back is made of glass, protected by Gorilla Glass Victus 2. Looking at the main display of this device, we see a 6.7-inch Dynamic LTPO AMOLED 2X screen that supports a 120Hz refresh rate and HDR10 Plus standard, with a resolution of 2640 by 1080p pixels. Up to this point, it's exactly like the Flip 5. However, the change we can see here is in the brightness of the Flip 6 screen, which goes up to 2600 nits compared to 1750 nits in the Flip 5. The second display used when the device is closed is a Super AMOLED type with a resolution of 720 by 748 pixels and the 60Hz refresh rate. This screen also has 2600 nits of brightness and is protected by Gorilla Glass Victus 2, meaning that in terms of the second display, only the screen protector has improved. Moving on to the hardware section of this device, we can feel some small changes here. For instance, the Flip 6 has the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 and Adreno 750 GPU, while the Flip 5 had the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 and Adreno 740. In my opinion, it could have had more changes, but we should also consider that the CPU has slightly improved, but not significantly. This device comes in 256 and 512GB internal storage versions, both with 12GB of RAM, with no memory card slot. The type of storage is UFS 4, just like its predecessor, which is good. It's worth noting that the Flip 5 only had 8GB of RAM. Guys, for more detailed and high-quality reviews, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Thanks. On the back of this device, we have a 50MP wide lens and a 12MP ultra-wide lens. It can record 4K videos at 30 and 60 FPS and 1080p videos at up to 960 FPS for slow motion, and it supports HDR10 Plus for video recording. The selfie lens of this device is exactly the same as the Flip 5, with no differences. It's a 10MP lens that allows 4K video recording at 30 FPS. The Galaxy Z Flip 6's battery capacity has been upgraded to 4000 mAh, compared to 3700 mAh in the Flip 5. However, in my opinion, it could have been better than 4000 mAh in this version. The maximum supported charging power is 25 watt with 15 watt wireless charging capability, and it also has 4.5 watt reverse wireless charging. Actually, for a new phone at this price, I expected better numbers in this section. The device's port is USB Type-C and it has stereo speakers. There is no 3.5mm jack, which is not surprising. In terms of sensors, it has a fingerprint sensor, which worth noting that the fingerprint sensor is on the side of the phone and is very accurate and fast. However, I think it would be much better if it were optical and under the display. Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.3 and 5G support are other features of this device, which aren't particularly special. Finally, just like the Flip 5, it's single SIM card. Well guys, that was our first look at the Galaxy Z Flip 6. As you saw, it really hasn't changed much compared to the previous generation, with only small improvements in the camera, hardware, and battery sections. But in general, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to get the latest mobile world news quickly, be sure to subscribe to our channel and don't forget to watch these videos on the screen.